Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jessica. I know it's been a hot minute. You might not even recognize who I am. I have a completely different hair color. Actually, it's kind of similar to my last video, but my other ones, my hair was like black. Like, you guys go ahead and take a look. It's a crazy change, but I'm happy. I'm really happy with it. I think I suit blonde a lot more, which is like crazy because I had black hair my entire life pretty much. If you know me, you know my hair has been through the worst. Like, my hair has been through everything that could happen. We're gonna talk about that today, and I'm gonna give you all my tips and all my tricks, okay? So stay tuned because this is gonna be a good one. In my how to repair extremely damaged hair, I kind of went over how my hair was chemically burnt off. And when I say chemically burnt off, I'm not exaggerating at all. When I was going into college, so this was probably like 4 years ago now, I was working for a hairstylist at the time at her own salon. This is when, you know, like the whole ombre thing was really trending, like everyone was getting it. So obviously I wanted it too. The first time she did mine, it was like a little brassy, but I had really dark hair before that, right? I've had dark hair pretty much my whole life. My natural hair is like really dark brown, but I was dyeing it black. Always professional, I never box dyed it. So the first time she did the ombre, my hair was so long, it was like mid-butt. Like, that's how long it was. It was so long. My whole life I had long hair. It was just like my thing. Like, my hair was my jam. Like, I can't even explain. It was like my security blanket. It made me feel confident. It was everything to me. My hair was everything. As you guys know, like, when your hair is so dark, you can't just go blonde. Like, it doesn't work like that. It's just impossible unless you want really fried, dry hair. And like, I've always taken such good care of my hair, so that's like the last thing I wanted. So I knew going into it, I was gonna have to go back a second time to get that like vibrant, really nice blonde. So the first time it was kind of like a brassy blonde, which I was totally fine with. And with what I know now, I could have just toned it, like used a purple shampoo, and it probably would have looked better. But whatever, I loved it at the time. I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, I got the ombre, like, So I did proceed booking another appointment with her a month later. So that day of my appointment, we had a full days of work. So when she was done, her last client for the day, I just reminded her, I'm like, oh, like, are you still okay to do my hair tonight? And she's like, oh, as if like she kind of forgot. She's like, oh yeah, yeah, let's do it. So I was like, okay, all right. Oh, and actually she had one more client to do. Before she began her last client, she popped the bleach in my hair really quick and then sat me kind of in a separate room. There's like an open door hallway kind of thing, so she could see me. So I'm sitting there in the chair just chilling on my phone. Then I noticed something really hot on my back. It felt like a curling iron was just laying on my back. So I call her over and I'm like, it feels really hot, something feels really hot on my back. She unclips my hair. It's smoking. My hair is smoking. Like, you guys, I don't even know if anyone has seen something like this. Like, that's how unreal it was. Like, I couldn't believe like that was actually happening in that moment. Right away, I knew my hair was done. Like, there was no fixing it. It's dead hair. You can't do anything about that. End of the story. I had to cut off all my hair. So from hair being mid-butt length, I had to cut it right here. And if you guys go back to my old videos, I wore extensions for a little bit, but that was honestly only for my videos. Even though I had to cut my hair this short, I still had dead hair in my bangs, but obviously I didn't want to cut off all my hair. I did have some dead hair that I had to work with for a little bit, but if you guys are interested in that and what products I use to help my hair feel better, I do have a whole separate video on that and I will link it down below. But in this video today, you guys, we are going to talk about going from black to blonde hair the healthy way. Sure, there's some people who go blonde in one day. Great, good for them, but that is not realistic unless you have the time, the money, and know the right hairdresser to do that. Like, don't trust anyone with your hair. What I've learned is that people post photos of hair that look good. They're not gonna post photos of hair that they've messed up. And that's what I had to learn the hard way, okay? Know your hairdresser, know that they have years and years and years of experience in the field. And honestly, the biggest thing is making sure that they care about you, because if they care about you, then they will deny your expectations right then and there so that you don't have high hopes. And I think that's really important. But I've actually had my hair burnt again. And when I say burnt, I mean melted. Like the hair is actually melted and stretchy when you wash it. And that's not, like, you don't want that at all. That's when your hair has reached a point where it like literally can't be saved and you have to cut it off. That happened in highlights though. So it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as, you know, significant as the first experience, but still, it's just, you don't want that to happen. Luckily, I found an amazing hairdresser, you guys. I'm in love with her. Like, if there's anyone you're in love with, it should be your hairdresser. I trust my hairdresser with my life, and that's what you have to go in looking for. I remember the first time I went to this hairdresser wanting blonde hair, and my hair was black. You guys know, go to my videos, my hair was jet black and dyed multiple times. The hairdresser I go to now literally was like, okay, sorry, my friend called me, but anyways, as I was saying, my hairdresser was like, listen, Jess, listen. That's not gonna happen. That's gonna take a long time. I think an important thing to keep in mind when going blonde is to be patient. Keep in your mindset to enjoy every phase of it, because I feel like doing that really helped me. It helped me not rush it. Like, sure, there was sometimes I was like, okay, like, I kind of want dry hair just to be blonde right now. But no. Now that I'm like there, I feel so happy that my hair is healthy and like I don't have to worry about any melted hair or anything like that. Like, it's just such a good feeling to not have to worry about that. Even my first appointment, there was like red in my hair and I'm like, whatever. And you guys can see in my old videos, like my hair really went through a transformation. It's crazy. So make sure throughout each appointment that you're taking care of your hair. Use hair masks. A hair mask I wanted to show you guys that I love and use religiously. Like, pretty much every time I wash my hair, actually. It is the Superfood by Purology. This stuff is so good, okay? It smells really good. It's like a really creamy formula. Oh my god, it just smells so good. It smells like a pina colada. It's silicone free and it's made with like avocado oil, coconut oil, really good. So I actually fully replaced coconut oil treatments with this stuff. Like, this just does wonders, and I think the avocado really helps. For shampoo, by the way, you really want to make sure you're using sulfate free. It's going to help to keep the color in. It's overall better for your hair, but like, it's going to help to keep the color in your hair. I'm able to shop at Cosmoprof, but I think everything's available on like Amazon. If I do find the products on Amazon, I'll just leave them in the description for you guys. So yeah, just make sure you're doing treatments using high quality products, because that's gonna make the biggest difference. There was actually a thing shown where if you put drugstore shampoo in the microwave, it turns into like a wax. Isn't that crazy? So really, you're just like coating your hair with wax, and that's why it's making it feel good. But when you're using something with like high quality wholesome ingredients, it's like making a difference. Okay, so another point, and this is probably one of the most important because I've done this a few times, and without doing this step, I wouldn't be where I am. Big chops. Don't be afraid of it. Don't. I wanted blonde hair, and I knew that if I didn't get rid of the black hair at the bottom, then I wouldn't be able to get where I wanted to as fast. So if you go look at my Instagram, which I'll like insert a photo here, I had super long hair. My hair was kind of like caramelly, but I had to cut off the bottom because if I didn't, it wasn't gonna get any lighter. And my hair felt so much better, and like I could wash it faster in the shower. It was just so nice. And then I gave it another chop after that, just to keep the ends like so fresh and like have them healthy. So now I'm finally in the process of growing my hair out. So yeah, and it's right here. So it's doing pretty good. And it's so healthy, and that's why I really want to make this video, because I feel like because of my hairdresser, I was able to approach this the right way with her honesty, and I'm like so thankful for her guidance. So I think I covered all of like the important parts. It's kind of more of like a mental thing, I think, as opposed to physical. I think it's mental because you gotta like be prepared. You gotta be prepared. So, and I mean, this is different for everyone. If you're starting with lighter hair, you're gonna have a much easier time at this than I did. This fully took me over a year. Probably a year and 4 months, yeah. So I have 2 more products that I want to share with you guys because these are like game changers. So while you're going through this process and your hair is feeling like super dry, you don't really know what to do with it because it's just feeling so dry, you don't want to touch it. And when I say dry, I mean like dry. Not melted, not dead hair like I had before, but I mean like dry, like crunchy. This stuff is so good. So this is Refuel by AG Hair Care. This is made in like Vancouver in Canada, which is awesome. So it is a keratin shampoo, so you have to be careful with it, otherwise it'll turn your hair into like mush. This makes such a difference, you guys. Like if I wash my hair with this, it's so soft after. That made a huge difference in my hair. That's a product I wish I had before when my hair was extremely damaged because it's bomb. It works. A recent product I discovered is a purple shampoo. And I love this one because A, it doesn't dry out my hair. B, it gives me that look I'm going for. Like I really like, I don't like a yellowy blonde on me. How my hair is now is how I like it. So this is Finola. This gets rid of any yellow hues in blonde hair. A lot of purple shampoos like dry out my hair, but no, this one's good. I used it with the hair mask that I mentioned. And blonde shampoo is very important once you're blonde because if you don't blonde shampoo it, it kind of just gets dull. Really, you guys, that's why it's all about the products, like, trust me. So that's how you get your hair blonde the healthy way. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my very next video.